Real quick update, this is part 2 of the oil pan replacement, New Holland TL90. Actually part 2 was the removal of the radiator and all that good stuff, but some reason didn't record. So here we are. The radiator's removed. Technically speaking, I don't think you need to replace the radiator, although you do have to disconnect the hoses, obviously. Down here, your power steering lines, those got to be removed. What I did find, or at least in my case, I didn't have a shallow wall socket. There's 4 of these big bolts. It's kind of hard to see. 4 of these big bolts right here. I could get the socket in this hole, but the hydraulic pump sits right here, and it wouldn't go around. The wall thickness of the socket wouldn't allow the socket to go on. So there we are. You gotta, or at least in my case, I gotta remove the pump. You gotta disconnect the hose coming from the low pressure hose going back to the pump. This, I can tell you right now, be prepared. When you disconnect that right there, it's a pain and you know what to get back, because it's a stiff line. It's very hard to get just exactly right. I learned that from the first split, so I'm really dreading that. Looks like someone had a bunch of RTV. I'm not sure if there's an official gasket with that, but I don't see a gasket on this pump. Who knows? They definitely RTV'd the heck out of it. But that's the pump. It's one of the 2 hydraulic pumps. So, one other thing, the drive shaft has to remove. Let me show you real quick. It's pretty simple. This is your 4 drive, the drive shaft going to your 4 drive. There's the carrier bearing, I guess, that hooks in the center. But anyway, there's the snap ring right here that holds this coupler in place. Once you get it in position, you slide that, snap ring goes in behind that, locks the coupler in place. That's got to be removed. It's a pretty simple task. No issues there. So now, as far as I know, I am 4 bolts. 1. You can't see it. There's 2. I think these are 1/16 size bolt. Yep. There's 3, and there's 4. I'm expecting it to split. What I am concerned with is the center of gravity on this tractor. I got a big industrial cherry picker here. Is going to support that when I do the split. Now, I don't have the back wheel on, obviously, so it's a lot of weight off the rear end. Will that jack, I got it as far forward as I can, and I'm hoping that works. I'll know real quick. Now, what I will do, I'll put I got a jack stand. I'll get an extra jack stand, put up front, just in case it decides to want to move and pivot forward. Hopefully the center of gravity is still behind this thing, because that tire back there is full of fluid, and of course the rear end and all the other stuff, so hopefully that balances it out. That is a concern. Don't kill yourself when doing this. And I mean, I could go ahead and jack it right here, but I gotta take the oil pan off, which is no problem. Once I get the front axle removed, I could put the cherry picker back up here, and I'll probably do it anyway, just for an extra safety. So getting close. Anyway, this is update. I'll call this part 2 of the split, although part 2 was really removing the radiator and all that assembly up there. So yeah, got any questions? Like, rate, subscribe, watch me spend the winter putting this thing back together. Outside of that, be back in a few seconds, hopefully showing you what this thing looks like split. All right, 4 bolts are removed. It's gonna be a slow moving train wreck. I'm fixing to do this. I think everything is removed. I'm hoping there's nothing behind that pulley. I'm hoping it just slides off. I can't really see. I think I better investigate that here in a second. But got a jack, hopefully as far forward as I got right there. I got a jack stand securing that as an additional safety. Got a chain, some straps. This is kind of unnerving, I'm not gonna lie to you. I know there's a lot of pressure on this thing. So, see what happens. Here it goes. Better or worse? Alright, lesson. Chalk the housing here, or else it's gonna hopefully not pinch nothing. But you see what just happened? Rookie mistake there. But we are disconnected. Need to move this all the way to here. Alright, so we can back this guy out. Easier said than done. Okay. I'll get my tractor out. All right. Looks good. Let's do some investigating. All right, rookie mistake. See how the assembly tilted over. I caught that on the clutch job. I don't know what I was thinking there, but anyway, make sure you chalk that up. There's 4 bolts that was holding that thing. This right here is a pinhole. See right here? Man. I'm not sure. Maybe that's just avoiding the. Maybe that's hopefully not part of the oil pan, just the casting. Good God. Look at this junk. All right, so while I clean this thing up, anybody wants a used oil pan to kind of maybe try to weld it. It's got a hairline crack all the way around on the back of it. If anyone wants to try to weld that cast, you're more than welcome to give it a try. Maybe do some dealing on it, but that's it. That's how you split the front of them off. Surprisingly, the tractor didn't lean really too far forward. I was worried about that. So, a couple things. If you've watched the other 2 videos, I plan on replacing this with the one I have on the parts tractor. Appears to be 2 bolts on the front, 2 bolts on the back. That removes that, which is a good thing. I was thinking I was going to have to replace some seals and stuff. That was on if I was going to use the axles. Yeah, this is going to work out better than I thought. I'm gonna do a little cleaning up, put all the stuff back together. All right, well, stay tuned. It's gonna be a minute. So I gotta repeat this entire process on this parts tractor. However, the radiator, none of that stuff's there, all the electronics. Wires have been burned off of it. So it's really, I'm just gonna back the backhoe up to it and use it for the support and pop that off there. I think the block and stuff's so good, I'll probably put this oil pan back on the parts tractor just to keep the all the internal stuff on that engine protected from the weather. Anybody got any questions, just let me know. I'll answer what I can. Still can't hardly see this crack because it's all jibby. Oh, here you go. Here's a good view of it, right? Let me get the light. This is good. I didn't know it even went that far. All right. Look right there. See that? That crack right there went all the way down. But you still kind of see it right there. It cracked. JB Weld did good up until with the loader on. So I was completely surprised with JB Weld. But yeah. There we go. You can see the crack. Yeah. I'm curious when I pull the bolts out, this ain't gonna completely just fall apart. Let's go look the other side. Fuel pump, I can't see. I don't think I can pull that fuel filter. You can't see on this one. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can't really see on this one. Either way, you've seen the crack that I'm dealing with. Like 17 or 1800 bucks on the oil pan. So I bought a parts tractor and going to try to rebuild this thing. That's it. We'll see you next time. Hopefully, I'll take some video of removing this oil pan and show what all that looks like. Take care, and we'll see you later.